In
In
3, 2,
live.
1.
And here we
Hello.
go, going
How are we doing?
live. La 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 la.
So,
Yeah. Trying to
what's
see if I
new?
can
How was
do.
Easter?
How was Easter?
Did you celebrate Easter?
We were at home. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
To be at home.
Good.
Is this? I'm trying to. Oh, look at this. This is neato.
So I've been eating matzah for 5
Why are
days
you
now.
eating? You continue to eat matzah, which I
Can't have
don't.
bread. You try not to have bread during this time because, look, it's getting everywhere. Because the Jews couldn't have them. They couldn't have it then, so we don't eat it now. But when you mix matzah with other food, it becomes like cement, let's say.
Okay.
It's a very dense, it's not even a cracker. It's like the densest of, it's like if you flatten bread to its like flattenest state.
Uh-huh.
So it becomes like cement in your stomach. And
Yeah.
then it creates problems for you.
Okay.
Then everything is a problem. So you have these wonderful meals, but then you pour basically cement down your throat after it. And then everything is terrible in your belly for like a week.
This
And
is
your
not
whole
good.
family too. So it's not like just you, but like also your kids don't feel well, your husband doesn't feel well, no one can go to the bathroom. It's like so terrible. Oh, it's the worst. Anyway, I think
I'm
I've told you too much about my personal life today, haven't I? Have I
no,
crossed
you
the line by any chance today, or are you
Mhm.
still with me?
I'm still with you. I was just setting
You're
up
the
this
only
thing. What do
friend
you
I have where I can talk about both intimate things and then tell you I can't go to the bathroom. Even on our podcast.
Cheryl, this is so great. Hi. What do you think about
Hi,
this? Look at
sorry.
this layout. What do you think of this
I
layout?
like that. Wow, look at you. Hi, Cheryl.
So I just did the thing, have us on top. Just what that's what like John was saying that we can do this thing, and so we can. I'm
Before we
just
get
trying.
started, I have an offer and I want you to email me if you're interested in this offer. I mean, I guess we should, not you, Elsie, but I mean like the audience.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
we
do
can't have it
it.
part of the show because we haven't started the show yet. But like,
Correct.
if anyone would like to discuss sex during your midlife crisis, I would like to discuss that with a group of people at some point. And I'm not sure how, but I'm tired of having to go through this by myself. That's what I'm saying. It's
All right.
ridiculous. My hormones are left and right, up and down. My 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 reading habits are different. My sleeping habits are different. Everything is different. And no one tells you. My mom died when I was 30 and she was 54 and she left me with zero instructions on how to be 50. Zero.
Oh
Zero
my
instructions.
God.
And by the way, I don't want that kind of advice from my own mother anyway. So there's that.
So there is that, and
Oh,
so
that's pretty.
I'm trying to like
I'm
have it
into it.
ready. I wanted to have it ready in that way. Is it sex or menopause? Says John.
Which one?
What you were
Sex.
just talking about.
Oh, I was talking about sex. I was talking about both, but mostly sex. Menopause, I'm
Oh,
not sure that I mean, like my sister went to the doctor after the pandemic and he was like, "Yeah, you're in full menopause." She was like, "I'm sorry, what now?" Excuse me? She was only like 43.
yeah, no, it starts. I told you, Jess, I told you my whole process started in 2016
She
or
said, "I just added."
2015.
So
2015.
our listener says, "I added a ton more supplements because I sleep in a pool of my own night sweats," says someone who's always cold. I'm not there yet, but I was more talking about intimate relations and like how we're supposed to deal with changing in our own bodies, and then our partner, one of you becomes more interested, one of you forgets it even exists. It's never at the same time. So the other person, will be like, "Fine, I give up. I'll just do things myself." Then all of a sudden it's like, "Hi, I see you.
Oh
What's
my
up?"
God.
You know?
John, I think he's coming to talk to us
John's
again.
back.
John's back. What is going on, John? Does he? Did
sorry.
we? Are we doing something wrong again?
I'm sorry. I just because it's not that, Jess, that you're not loud enough. You're not near your microphone again.
Oh,
You're doing this
also that
because
was off.
you miss me. You miss me saying to you, please get on the microphone.
Is this better?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry.
It's amazing when you talk
You're right.
into the mic. Because
I'm
you're
sorry.
I swear we got to get you one of those headset microphones. Like
No, I was.
use.
I know. It's true. I was actually being interviewed the other day on another podcast, and I was joking about how you always say I have shitty mic technique, and the interviewer goes like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you saying I'm doing it now?" And she was like,
Yep.
"Yeah, you're doing it now."
So, like, yeah,
I'm lucky that people find me amusing enough to even have me on their show, considering how terrible I am as a podcaster. I never claimed to be a good podcaster. I'm entertaining. That's all you get.
Like I
That's
said,
all I have to give.
you're the bane of my existence as an editor, but I love you.
See?
Right. So, okay, good.
I'm actually quite proud to be the bane of your existence because I have a feeling that's a long list.
I know that you are. All right, ladies. All right, now I'm
Thank
really
you.
Bye now.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Jess, I think that you probably, it's like one of those, like, I don't know. We need to have like another metaphor so that you kind of understand, but with something that you sort of kind of care about and are a little bit of an annoyed by. I'm not sure what it would be because I was thinking of like cleanup, but then I don't know if cleaning up is a thing. I don't know if like cooking is a thing. I don't know if it's one of those. It would be sort of like you have a way of working in the kitchen. Like this is a metaphor that I would use. Like you have a way.
By the way,
yes. Working in the kitchen, doing your things in the kitchen, and like you have a process, and then you clean things up afterwards, and then you have somebody.
About sex?
No, I'm talking about what John's talking about in terms of audio technique.
I'm not thinking about sex at all. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, you are talking. Well, because it was John. John was talking about audio technique.
And anyway, we were just having that conversation though.
No, I know, Cheryl. So yes, I get it.
Down.
Cheryl's talking about it in the chat. I'm talking about audio technique and the annoyance that is. And so it's sort of like it's sort of like somebody goes into your kitchen and they cook really well. They have the best dishes and you love for them to cook, but they just go in there and they wreck your kitchen every single time. And so you have to clean up that kitchen for like, it's going to be for 2 days, but you still love the food.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it totally is still a sexual metaphor. Even if you are talking about audio technique, it all sounds sexual to me.
Same thing. Get up on mic, Jess.
Cooking. Someone comes in the kitchen and messes up your pans, but the food is great. So what are you supposed to do? It all rates the same. Am I all right? Get up on the mic, Jess. Yeah, I know. We are in two different worlds today. We are, but it's hopefully temporary.
But also, Jess, if you had that headphone thing, I don't know that it would even work because I think you'd complain.
My head around. You
would be complaining about your hair, and you probably would be complaining about how it feels on your ears or something. That's what I would think.
I actually prefer a gaming headset to these anyway.
Okay. Really, well, maybe it would work. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I use those pink ones for so long is because I cannot stand to have shit in my ears. Like these are oddly the most. These are the ones from Apple are the easiest to get used to, but that doesn't mean it's comfortable. It's still not that comfortable for me. I mean, it's tolerable now, but it hasn't always been.
Yeah, I love the ones that I have right now. These are my easy. I love these. They feel like they're light and I can hear things very well.
Thank you, Cheryl. I feel vindicated now, Cheryl. And I mean, it's one comment, but I feel seen.
Okay, good. Oh yeah. So we are in completely different worlds, but mind you though, this is the experience my husband has and my family have of me all the time, but especially him. So
Aquarians are often on their own planet. So I expect that with you.
Yes.
Like you and my Emily were just, it's like you're floating on your own planet, but hovering over this one so we can see you and talk to you, but we can't quite reach the other planet. I know what that's like.
And we're done.
An RCP2.
That's
I don't know what that is.
Rodecaster Pro 2.
Oh. Rodecaster Pro 2.
I don't know why. Yeah. I would
Okay.
hold. I
I'll
would
ask
hold
them
on
somewhere.
that stuff right now, John. All that stuff. But anyway,
What do you mean? I don't need a Rodecaster Pro 2?
not right now. I would wait and just John's coming back again.
Here he comes. I haven't pressed record yet, just so we're all aware.
I know,
This
we're
is
all-
recording
and
on.
we have to record the
StreamYard.
show. Oh my God. Okay. Go,
Actually, I have a
John.
hard out at 2, so like we do kind of
We're
have to.
gonna
record
hurt.
the
Yes,
show.
John, do it. Tell us. What do we need to know? He's like trying to
I know what happened.
He's
All right, so
unmuting.
right now, I have no headphones on. I have my monitor speakers on, but with the Rodecaster Pro, you can turn it where. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm sorry. Hang on. My issue was I had you guys on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
okay, so here's the deal. So I have no headphones on, but I can hear you through my monitor speakers.
okay.
But I have no headphones on, and it's amazing, and I've been loving it because there's a setting in the Rodecaster Pro 2 that you don't get the feedback through the microphone like you would before.
hmm
So you don't need the headphones.
That
And
would
I
be
have to
kind of
adjust my camera because now I'm half in the seat. Where do I got to go?
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
So I have to go over here, and then no headphones, which is lovely.
that's
It makes a
nice.
big difference.
That's another choice for you, Jess. That's kind of nice.
So, all right, ladies, I swear
so
I'm leaving right now.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Wait. So what would I do?
Forget it. We'll talk about it later. We got to go. We got to do the show.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we got to do the
Jeez,
show.
You're bossy. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit record. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
You say 1, 2, 3 because that's not my job.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Press record.
Okay, it's done. Hello, Elsie.
Hello, Jess.
Hello, both of you. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, all 4 of you who are listening live today. Cheryl Robinson, thank you for commenting on our show so far, even though we just started recording. I love when you are here live because you're always part of the conversation. It's my favorite. Oh, there's someone else on Facebook. It just says Facebook user, so I can't tell who it is, but thank you for being here live. If you guys want to hear us live, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard every week, unless there's a holiday of some kind, on
Or something happens.
YouTube, on our Facebook page, in LinkedIn, on our LinkedIn page. We record live for your listening pleasure, and also so you can see all the delicious and delightful screw ups that we do that you don't get to hear unless John lets you, and we don't know about it in the final recording. So Elsie would always know about it. I, however, would not. Okay. On today's docket, nonsense, ridiculousness,
Oh my God.
and also news.
Yes. So do you want to start the show?
I thought I had done that. Hey, thank you for listening. Hey, okay, hold on. Wait.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Welcome everyone to She Podcast. This is episode 396. Holy shit, we're almost at 400 episodes. I am your host, Jessica Kufferman. With me, as always, Elsie Escobar, who is dancing to music no one can hear. She is literally dancing to our theme music that is not playing for your viewing pleasure. All the things that you're missing by not watching us live. How are you? Are you wearing Mickey Mouse? What is that shirt you have?
It
on
is
today?
Mickey Mouse. But it says love. It says love.
Aw, cute.
It's very cute. I love this
adorable.
shirt. Okay.
Adorable. Okay.
Okay.
We have, I mean, not too many things to discuss as far as
News and things.
news. I mean, just a little bit of news. We can get that out of the way, I guess. I mean,
Mind you,
you
though, we do have to give shout outs. I mean, we talked
Oh,
an
yeah, sorry.
awful lot last week about informed delivery. We did get a ton of feedback, by the way. So I will just share a little bit from some of the folks. Maybe I'll take this first one and then you can take the other two, Jess, if you want.
yeah, sure.
So,
That'd be great.
so here's the first one. Here's a little bit of feedback we got. Hi, ladies. Well, I must admit, I've been using informed delivery since about 2017, I think. I have a USPS account, so I remember them sending an email about the feature, and I signed up. We always enable the hold mail feature when traveling, so this is also a nice way to see what mail is coming when we're abroad. Now, checking the email has become part of my daily routine, and I say I feel ever the wiser when I know there is mail, but the mail person doesn't deliver it, and somehow it is conveniently bundled in the next day's mail. Can't do a flip with that info, but I know. Thanks for the episode, Heather.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. And then Bonnie said, yes, I knew about this. I've had it for years. When I moved, USPS suggested I get it. I got it. Now I realize how boring my mail truly is. I love you both. Enjoy being informed. That was great. And then Tiffany wrote, that's funny. I've been using informed delivery for a few years now, and I love it. I found out about it after looking for PO boxes, same as you. I was like,
Mhm.
what's this informed delivery thing? Voila, done and done. Even after I moved states, I was still getting alerts from my old address, but it stopped after a few months. Love y'all, Tiffany. I mean, it has
Great.
been great, but I will say that like it's also been agony because I still haven't gotten the letter I'm looking for. And so
Oh.
it's just as annoying. I might even be more annoying because now I can see the mail before it gets here, and it's still all for Scott's mother. And it is so annoying. It's even more annoying that it's like, I already know it's not mine. I'm definitely not getting it out of the fucking box now.
I am not even. Yes. Oh, I'm
I never
sorry.
get, because, I mean, and honestly, there are a few side effects to living with a boomer that one does not expect because
Oh,
most of us haven't lived with our parents since, I mean, I moved out of my
yes.
house at
Yes, you're right.
17. I was not even a
Yes,
legal
you're right.
adult.
Oh, wow. That's early on in your
It was
career
early.
as a human. Yes.
Like, so you forget that they still write paper checks and mail things with stamps, and they still need the mail, get the mail, call people and talk to people on customer service, like all that shit that I gave up without even realizing it like 15 years ago. So it's been really interesting. The mail is just one of, catalogs, fucking inserts, postcards, coupons. It all comes in the mail.
That's a
I
lot.
would like to opt out of the mail. If they can scan it and show it to me, they can open the shit and just email it to me.
Okay.
I don't
Yes.
want the paper. In fact, just email it whenever. I don't know who I'm telling. None of you do my mail. None of you send me mail. I don't know why I'm yelling at all of you. I'm sorry. It's a little bit of I'm on edge today. I'm on edge, but I'm in a good mood. Because why
Okay.
shouldn't we be?
Why shouldn't we be? All
You know,
right.
for weeks, I've been trying to look pretty for this podcast. I've gotten up, I've showered, I've done my makeup, I put my contacts on, I wear something pretty, I look professional. No one gives a fuck. Y'all don't care. I look terrible today. I have looked homeless on this show in the past, especially through the pandemic. No one cares. Who am I getting dressed for? Me? No.
Well, I mean, if you want, that's why you get dressed. Today, I actually did work a little bit and put some stuff because I've just gotten, I think I finally got I finally got like my makeup, my everyday makeup back.
But not what I normally do. Yeah.
So
You look good.
I've been testing the least amount of makeup on my face but it's still kind of like,
makes you feel pretty.
Yes. That's because you know what happens, I think, when your face starts to get older? The more makeup you put on, the scarier you look because there's so many creases that everything gets caked on and it's not smooth. So the least amount that you put on, oh my God, the nicer you look.
I was just noticing, is there a filter on my face, or am I like when you go like this, like you have
a lot,
some lines,
a lot of them.
Do I not have those, or can you not see them?
I can't see them.
There's no filter, is there?
No, there's no filter.
I think I just have this one angry line and then these. I would rather have forehead lines than marionette lines.
I have all of there's so many, but that's cool. You know
whatever.
I just saw the Brooke Shields documentary that she has. I think it's on Hulu. And I have to say, after seeing her right now, she is finally, I find a face that I can look at and go, oh, she just looks like a normal 57-year-old. I have goals. And now I'm like, I want to be like Brooke Shields. I want to look like Brooke Shields when I'm 57. Now I have a goal.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Lily Tomlin, I don't think has had a lot of work. No, she maybe has a little.
Justine Bateman, by the way, she's rocking I don't give a shit.
Bateman is so hot. I mean, she's always been just the hottest girl. I'm glad that she
But
hasn't.
she is like really not giving a shit. It's kind of like,
Cheryl says
whoa.
she has puffy eyes. I have really bad dark circles, but I think they actually showed up after Emily died, but I think they're hereditary. That just might be a coincidence because it happened around early 40s, but I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe I did have terrible circles beforehand. I just don't remember.
I don't know.
I just feel like they got a lot worse after she passed away. But anyway, it's nothing will hide them. Nothing makes them go away. No amount of makeup. If I cake on the makeup, it just looks like a Band-Aid over a bruise. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yep. And thus going back again to the lightest amount because that's all I want. Like just like just enough. Like
here's
just,
what I've been doing makeup wise. And now we're just going to turn into an influencing makeup show.
Oh my God.
Just for 5 minutes. I have been searching for makeup that does two things because I think when we get older, our skin definitely needs moisturizer. It definitely needs some kind of serum, and it definitely needs not full coverage, but enough coverage because, between the lines and maybe, I don't know, discoloration. I don't know. Older faces just need more coverage. So I have found 3 different makeups that I really like. The first one is Jones Road by Bobbi Brown. She has a whipped foundation that includes moisturizer, and it is a skin tint, but it has a little more coverage than like a normal skin tint, and it also has sunscreen. So I do serum, and then I put this on. I don't need to do a moisturizer. Clinique has one too. It's called Skin Tint, but I put it on with a brush like foundation, and again, you see through it to your actual face. And I really like it. I like the double duty ones because I don't like to put too many things on my face. The other foundation I've tried to use is the one that's all over TikTok called Il Maquillage. You do a quiz. They show you a ton of pictures. Then you choose your skin tone, and it's supposed to exactly match. It exactly matches. But if you put on too much by accident, and I mean one tiny itty bitty teeny weeny teaspoon could be too much, it looks like I'm wearing a mask of my own face. It is so flat. There's no cheekbones, there's no lips, there's no eyebrows. It is just, you have to add contouring, forget it. You have to create a face. Once you have it on, your face is gone. So it works really well. So that's the one I would use, I guess, for like a photo shoot or something where I need to look flawless.
Yeah.
Without filters. I would use that. But I just like tints. Oh, and Fenty has one too. Fenty has a tint. It's not a foundation. They have one where you shake it up. It's sunscreen, moisturizer. I put it all over my face. And they have a glow one too. So in the sun, see how if you're watching, you can see how Elsie's face has a little bit of a shine around the cheekbones, and down the nose. Like that's what this does. It's a skin tint, but it also adds a little glowy glow, which is nice. It's been nice.
Yep. I'm a big glowy glow thing, but I'm with you as well. I love I use the Beauty Counter skin tint thing. It's like a moisturizer, and it has, SPF on it, and it's got super light. I'm not wearing that today though. Today, I'm wearing very, very minimal of this thing that I tested from Sephora, which is, I think it's called Hollywood Filter.
Is that Charlotte Tilbury?
I don't know.
Is it a round bottle with a gold lid?
I
have that, I think. I believe it's Charlotte Tilbury. Yes. And I really like that. I like that too.
A little tester. Yeah,
I thought when I got it was foundation. It's not. So
no.
It does a great job of the glow, but I feel like I need something underneath it.
Right. See, so that to me, like I wanted to test it out for like every day, not every day, but like when I just want a little something.
Yeah.
Like that's what I did. I literally did I did a little skinny line, a little skinny line, a little skinny line, a little skinny line, and this little skinny line. And then I blended it all in, and it kind of it just.
Your face doesn't really need a lot. And I'll tell you something else. Like, here's what's weird. We're going to go one step further with skincare. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I have tried the 11-step skincare where
I never have, but go for it.
Then you do the serum, and then you do the moisturizer, and then you do the sunscreen, and then you do the makeup. And then when you take it off, same thing. You double wash. And my skin breaks out like a 14-year-old. Right now, maybe I take my makeup off with a wipe. Maybe I wash it with like a salicylic wash. Maybe I don't. and nothing. No blemishes. I mean, I actually do have one on my mouth here, but that's from lipstick. Sometimes if I wear lipstick too many days in a row, my mouth will break out like right around my
Oh
lip
my
line.
gosh.
It's ridiculous. But like that depends on the lipstick if it's too waxy. But otherwise, I'm just saying, like, why is it that my skin as I get older, this is the only thing I know. The less I do, the better it looks. If I double wash it, it's a mess. If I serum it, if I overnight mask it, I'm a breakout queen. Cheryl says, I know it's good for your skin, but anything more than 1 or 2 steps is way. I don't think it is good for your skin. I think it might be good for your skin if you're 30 because it's resilient. I'm not sure we're supposed to do any of that shit to our faces.
Yeah, I keep it super, super simple. Now I have like very light, creamy wash for my face, unless I'm like, I have a lot of makeup on and then I have to like really try to work to get things off. But I have a light, creamy wash. And then I wear like night cream all the time. Like there is no difference between night and day cream. It's just night cream because I need lots of stuff. But that's about the extent of it.
Moisturizer, Clinique,
That's it.
Uber stuff is like the best.
No, nothing more. That's all I do.
All right. I guess we should get into podcasting.
We should get into podcasting since we've discussed. But and this actually I just want to share with you about this because we are into tools and I want to,
Elsie's
tool tips. Okay. So this one here actually goes really great with our random tangent that we just did. So there is this YouTube extension that aligns with Chat GPT. Okay. It's going to be in the show notes so you can check it out. It's a Chrome extension. You obviously, I think if you have a Chrome extension, you know how these work. It's very easy to add them. And what it does is it just adds a little Chat GPT option, if you will, on the right-hand side of videos whenever you're watching them on YouTube on the desktop. And so you go into a video that you're watching and on the top right-hand side, there's a little tiny icon that you can see. It's like, I think it's blue. I believe it's it might be the green or blue, but it's got the same vibe as the little Chat GPT. You tap on that little puppy, and what it does is it completely transcribes the entire video that you are watching, even though I know that YouTube already does this, but here's the kicker. So it does that transcription, but then if you tap on the little icon for GPT, it automatically sends it to Chat GPT, the entire transcription for you. And then you can do
it's the best thing I ever heard.
So it's what?
It's the best thing I've ever heard.
Isn't it amazing? So the only thing that I'm not too keen, mind you, I'm not paying for Chat GPT, so I don't have a paid account. And so I'm sure that for some videos like ours, because I tested it out on ours, it doesn't send the whole chat. Like it only sends up to the first whatever, transcript is. I think it's like 1,500 words or something like that, or 3,000. I can't remember. And so then it summarized. Then you can just say it like, can you please summarize my thing or summarize this video or whatever. So I sent the last one that we did. And this is where it gets funny because you were like, we were, it's how many minutes in and we're talking about makeup, right? So then I was like, can you summarize this? And it said, 2 women talking about informed delivery. And then they talk about something else. Like it was so vague and it was just hilarious. I was laughing so hard because it's true. The first 30 minutes, there was nothing else to summarize. Like it's just.
I think a better plan would be to take the description or transcription from Descript.
Yeah.
Then put that into GPT and then say, summarize this.
No, it's because. Yes, I think it will work. No. But I think this will work. But problem is that I'm not paying for ChatGPT. So if you're a paying customer for ChatGPT, it will take all of the words. But if I'm not, but you know what I mean? I'm not paying for it. So even if I copy and paste it, it's still not going to do it. I did the same thing for the feed where if I copy and paste our entire episode, ChatGPT will not do all the words. It's too many words for a free account. So there needs to be something else. But this extension is amazing because it really can be awesome if you don't want to watch a full-on video, a full-on
I never
10-minute
did.
video. Right. You can just do that, send it to GPT and say, summarize that video, and boom, it gives you the thing, and it's free and it's so great. And if it's your own video, it's another really wonderful way for you to, like, let's say you're streaming for like 15 minutes or something like that on it. It's awesome. I love it. I love, 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 love it so much. Oh, look, Cheryl says something interesting. What did she just say?
Wait, stop that.
Sorry.
Searchy's coming out with a chat GPT system that searches your website instead of just the internet, and it's called Wisdom AI. Oh my God!
Well, I think Wisdom AI. I think
Searchy.
Hold up, though. Wisdom AI is already a thing. I think they're probably using Wisdom AI through something else. I think Wisdom AI is another AI. You know how there's ChatGPT and like that's from OpenAI, and then there's like all of these. Whisper is another engine, AI engine. I think Whisper AI can be another engine, but I don't think the Searchy people own it. I think they're probably using that. But anyway, I may be wrong though. But that's really interesting. So I just thought that was really cool because I really love that extension. There was going to be a link in the show notes so that you can check that out. But I wanted to this might be very helpful to you. So Apple, I'm assuming you're already updated to iOS 16.4 because you're like a freak like that. Like you know, you like update so fast.
I am freaky deaky about my iOS. Why do you got to tell everyone my personal business? I am a freak about it. That is funny.
So, Jess does not like to, like, as soon as the new OS is out, she updates. Like, she doesn't ever wait to see if there's a bug or something could break.
Yeah. Why do I do that?
ADHD, dude.
Because I'm not a patient woman. That's why. I'm a very impatient. Tell me what you're getting me for my birthday. Don't drive me anywhere without me knowing woman. I hate surprises. Just give me the new system. I will watch it break with pleasure. Yeah. I can't wait for it.
Yes,
though.
You cannot wait. Yeah, totally. So anyway, I'm sure you already did it, but this is I've been wanting to test it and I have not been able to test it appropriately. So now when you are on a phone call or you are on Zoom on your phone, if you do the little swipe down thingy, and get to the contextual menu thingy here, right? You can tap on but whenever you're on a phone call, you'll be able to see the little microphone icon, right? So you tap and hold, and then it pops out like a little contextual menu, and it gives you the option of voice isolation. So it will isolate your voice when you are in a loud environment talking with somebody. Because as you know, there's many times when you have your own headphones that like make sure that no noise gets in, but whoever's on the other end is getting all the noise. So for me, it's so good because I've been able to use it when I'm doing a meeting at a coffee shop or something like that, and you hear the espresso machine going all the time in the background. It's so annoying. So that's really great, but I've never been on the other end of things, so that I don't know what it does, but I think it'll be really good choice for like if you have an interview show and one of your guests happens to be on the phone or something and they are in a loud thing, you'd be like, hey, listen, if you're on an iPhone, pull down the thing and touch voice isolation.
I just think about 10 years ago when I was doing an interview show, and in order for me to have a summary, I would have to like pay attention to my own show and write notes as it was happening so that I could properly sum it up after, since there was no transcription, and I didn't want to listen to a whole hour and a half of my own show again. So I would just type notes or write them down as it was happening so that I could create some kind of semblance of a summary. And now you can just have someone hand it to you 10 minutes after it's done.
Yes. I like how you weren't listening to what I was saying.
I was. What do you mean?
I was talking about one thing and you totally went to talk about the summary thing like at all. You didn't even say like changing the subject now.
Because you put this on the screen that says I have my transcripts on my website, so I'm looking for. I thought you were going back to that somehow.
I didn't put that on there. I might have tapped it.
All right. Well, I didn't either. I was paying attention to you. I thought you were going back to that. So I changed the subject back to it.
People
I'm
who are listening to our
sorry.
show are probably going like,
They think we're a married couple. You know what? We are starting to be a married couple.
as in
I
like
think it's true.
we're having conversations that are not really like
We're
we're
having
all
2 conversations, not with each other, but with
right.
each other. I'm
Yes.
talking about one thing, you're talking about another. It has been the entire time we've been recording this. We're gonna get off this call and go about our day, and I mean, if we lived together, we would just be like, "So what's for dinner?" 800 times.
And I would be like, I told you already.
And I said, "I don't want that,
I
so
know,
we're gonna have to do something else." We are like a married couple. It's ridiculous. We remind each other not to do stuff, then the other one will go, "I already know not to do that."
And then we will change the subject and talk about, oh,
I'm
did you see
sorry,
the
I didn't mean to
outside?
do that to you. I didn't mean to do that to you. I swear I heard everything you said. I'm excited
Okay.
about it too. I thought you were going back to the transcripts because you accidentally put a whatever.
Sorry.
I
I
hate
know.
when you say I wasn't
They
paying
did.
attention because you don't know how hard it is to pay attention. I work so hard at
It
it.
is
Not
very
because
hard.
you're boring, but because I can't pay attention. I
I hear
want
you.
to hear what you're saying to me at all times.
I believe you. Just stop hitting the desk because John's gonna be like, "Oh,
Sorry. It's
gosh
not
darn
easy.
it."
That's all I'm saying.
You're
I'm
not the only one though, by the way. There was like, by the way, so there's another podcast that I actually watched this podcast on YouTube, and the guy is great. Like they're both really good. They have really high quality audio. But while I was watching them the other day, I kept going like, I kept turning over my shoulder, and I was like,
Mhm.
what the hell is that? Like, because it sounded far away but close. Like I hear the voice and stuff, but it was the guy was hitting the mic and it sounded like little footsteps that were, or like it sounded like somebody was banging inside of my closet or on the outside of my wall. And I got so scared. I thought, oh my God, is that an animal? And it wasn't until like way later that I realized, oh, the guy's been hitting the microphone stand this whole time. And I thought it was a weird noise.
It is weird.
Anyway, okay. So moving on here, let's go ahead and continue on to another thing. Oh my gosh, Jess, this tool is, I don't even know what to say. I honestly, I'm in, I have no words. So this tool is called Time Bolt. Okay. Time Bolt. It's for videos. And
Mhm.
all you have to, it is, okay. So this is what I've been doing and the only reason I haven't been putting so many more videos out, especially of me by myself, because I kind of want to start.
Wait, is this really a good thing? I
It's
hate
a-
when all right, let's keep going. Just
let me
keep
to
going.
give you the solution. This is a solution to a problem that I have. Okay.
Okay.
So I've been doing this other show called Fuzzy Logic, and it's given me an opportunity to really speak about issues that I'm really passionate about, that I don't get an opportunity to talk about too much on a lot of different shows because that's not what the topic is about, right? We're talking mainly about podcasting. So what I've been doing is, especially if we're going to be talking about something that's very meaningful to me, that I have an opinion on, I really want to start to capture more of that and share it online so that there's more thought leadership coming from me around these issues that are around creators and particularly ethical things and social things and stuff, whatever. So what I've been doing is I have been recording myself, just me. While we are doing the show, I've been recording just me on video because I'm already doing it. I'm just doing my side. Okay. So we're doing the thing. So by the end of the show, I usually don't do it until we get into the heart of the matter. So I end up with like a 30-minute video recording of
Brilliant.
just my side. Okay.
Okay.
But it's 30 minutes of which I only talk maybe half or less because there's other people talking. But in order for me to edit that bit, I need to sit there and do it. I need to like sit there and like manually look at the bits and do all this stuff. So Time Bolt, what it does is you upload the stuff and it magically highlights in a big green, red way. It's red. all of the silent parts. It just highlights them all. And you can, if I wanted to like just have me talking the whole time, I literally can just export that out and it takes out all of those chunks of time where I'm not talking and brings them together like that. It's
That's
amazing.
That is a good use for this.
So amazing.
But I've heard podcasts, and they're not video, so maybe it doesn't apply.
This is only for video.
I've heard podcasts that I myself have been on where it sounds sped up because the silence has been removed to a degree where I'm talking without thinking. It just sounds like I'm either talking without thinking. It almost sounds scripted, even though it's not, if you take out too much space. But for you, for that use, that's brilliant.
It's
Because
because
make
it's
promos and do all kinds of shit. Yeah.
yes, and that's exactly what I'm using it for. So then, and
That
then
is
what's
so smart. I've seen your promos, by the way, and they're very good.
there's
I like them a
another. So there's another little tool. I mean, within TimeBolt, what you can do
Okay.
too is if you do markers. So like, let's say, okay, you're watching, let's say it already took out all the stuff you don't want, right? And you've got like your chunks of content that are really the ones that you like, right? And there's like 30 seconds, 60 seconds of something you said that's like it's a soundbite. You can go in there and put a little marker and a little out marker. It's really easy by literally just pressing M. And
No
way.
way.
You
Awesome.
export that out. You can just export that out.
The marker area?
Just the marker area. And it just exports it out for you, just the market area. But you know how there's like the jump cuts that people do inside it where it like punches in your face?
Yeah.
Like
you swipe and then you're back? Yeah.
So it does that in there. So let's say there's something that I say like, I say, and then I'm like, oh, did you want to do something? And then like my face is silly and big and weird because I do that all the time because I'm a Muppet. Then I literally can do it inside of TimeBolt. You just tap it and you say, punch in 25%, 50, 75%, whatever. And it just does it. And you export it out and it's done.
That's amazing.
I
have to say, I'm wondering, how would you guys feel? Again, send me an email, jess@shepodcast.com. Should we do a new AI tool every week? Because there are hundreds.
There's so many.
And Elsie, you've put in a couple, but I have hundreds of them bookmarked that I've tried that I like. You know, like Copy AI is one that like people really are into for whatever reason. It never gives me it's like me doing art on Midjourney. It's like half a face and 3 eyes. Like the copy I'm getting from Copy AI makes no fucking sense. I said, give me an email that tells you this, this, and this, and it'll write, hi, this, and this. It repeats everything I say. It's fucking useless. But ChatGPT by itself does not do that. Jasper does not do that. I use Jasper. I have a bunch because I like to take one task and give it to 4 different systems to see who does the best.
Who does it the best? Yeah, that's the only way you do it. And you gotta work within the systems to be able to put those out and be able to make appropriate choices. Like the one for the YouTube video that I just shared earlier. I think that solves a very specific problem. Like Rand was telling me, he goes, I was listening to this like Lex Friedman episode. He listens and YouTube, right? That's where he can. And then it's like 3. He goes, you're going to like this because it was about AI. And I've been talking about so much about AI and all this kind of stuff. It was a 3-hour thing. So then I was like, ooh, I would love to just that's where that tool came into play. When I saw that tool, I'm like, this is perfect. It's a 3-hour YouTube video. I would love to just get the summary of what happened.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we create another segment? I mean, not that we've ever stuck to segments, but I feel like this is one we could stick to. What we did for a while. I feel like we could stick to this. And then actually, Elsie, we could do an experiment where we just take, I'm hitting my own glasses now. We just take that snippet, that section of our podcast and make a separate little podcast just about AI.
And you could do that
for podcasters.
It would be so easy. I think it would be great. AI for podcasters for sure. I just saw an article.
No, just AI. Just it doesn't have to be AI for podcasters. It can just be what, like if we're going to like go over different tools that we find and how they're useful, I mean, we're just using them as digital marketers, not necessarily. I mean, what your use for it is for podcasting, but it could be for anything. I don't know what we'll call that segment yet, but if you're down with that, I would like to start doing that.
I
think
would
that'd be
like to.
cool.
I mean, it's great.
And you
there's
guys
some
email us and tell us if you think that's cool or not, because it's a little off podcasting, but like, I mean, haven't we? It's
Oh my God,
396.
Jess.
Have we not said
never
everything about podcasting there is to say? It's 396 episodes, you guys.
Also,
I'm kidding.
do we ever actually stick to podcasting?
No,
By the way, because
never.
we didn't even talk about the biggest news that happened this week.
Well, let's do it because we have 10
Already,
minutes, then
it's
I have
not
to go.
even on there. Okay, so Pod News acquired Podcast Business Journal. That's the biggest news that you hear for today.
So it's not that, but it might be big news, but is it a big surprise?
I
haven't
thought
heard
so.
from Ed in years.
Well,
I've
it doesn't
written
because
Ed.
he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, Ed's doing what he's doing. I know, but like, I haven't felt like
He's
I
been
don't
showing
know.
up. He's doing the things. Like, what do you mean?
he doesn't like me. I mean, like, I send everyone press releases, and some of them put them out, and some of them don't. And Ed used to be like, "Hey, Jess, do you have a this?" And "Hey, Jess, what about that?" And like, I haven't heard from him in a while.
Well,
And maybe
then
I did
maybe
something
he's
to make
just
him angry.
busy,
And if
dude.
so, Ed, I'm very sorry. I have no idea what it is. And if so, I'm very sorry. But yeah, I thought maybe he was just kind of over it. And like just
No, he's doing what he's doing. He's been
All right, well,
doing
then
what he's
what
doing.
do I know? Clearly nothing.
But I think it was surprising. Why do you think it was not surprising? Just because you haven't heard from Ed? So just because you
Yeah.
don't hear about somebody, all of a sudden you're like, oh, no wonder they were being acquired. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That's stupid, I guess.
because it's like the two biggest news organizations joining.
Yeah, I guess it is.
And then
yeah, someone that we know had a thing about that this morning. Like, does it make people uncomfortable? Is it like the Washington Times bought the New York Times or something? Like, is that
yes,
bad?
there's
Is that a bad
literally
thing?
nobody else reporting on podcasting in this way. Like yes,
thought-
we do have Bloomberg. We do have Hot Pod from Ariel. Yes, so Hot Pod, Ariel, and Bloomberg, Ashley Carmen. Those are like news, but they do in-depth more pieces. There's Inside Podcasting that also has a few, like five like news stories, and then a little bit of an in-depth thing in there from Sherma. And then there's Sky, but Sky again does in-depth reporting, right?
Yeah,
She
Sky
goes
does
deep
in-depth.
into stuff. So
Yeah, I guess that's true.
in terms of the daily.
Why not have one source? Is it dangerous for some reason? If they're reporting the same shit with two different writers, why is that helpful? Just one person. I don't know. I mean, not everyone likes this editor or that editor, and I guess that part is important. Like, if you prefer one over the other, you want your news from someone you can trust. And if you feel like one is more trustworthy or one is less biased or one is more in depth, then, I guess that's a problem.
Yeah, because like if you
I don't
ever,
have a problem.
have a problem, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you ever have a problem with any of anything, then you're screwed.
Once upon a time, we had 3 sources of news: ABC, CBS, NBC, maybe sometimes the BBC. So to cry about 2 newsletters becoming one newsletter when there's 50,000 newsletters about podcasting not everyone reads.
Not to the reach. And listen, I did some not to that reach. That's what I'm saying.
I know that. The reach has nothing to do with it. I don't think they can acquire whatever they want. If they,
well, of course,
there's still other places you can find information. They are finding it from somewhere, so you could too.
Yeah, but everybody sends it over there. Like it's like people just send it to him
elsewhere too. They must be sending it somewhere else too.
Well, yeah, there are, but I think that it's just all in one area right now. It's just that one place.
Maybe I'm being
just
short-sighted.
one place. I feel it's like anytime there's like a power dynamic that starts to overtake things, I think it's something to pay attention to. Like it's not like,
they're
oh my God,
podcast movement, right?
Yeah. Which makes it even
Podcast Movement. Podcast Movement bought Pod News, or they're funding Pod News somehow, which now bought the Podcast Business Journal. So either you trust the people who make Podcast Movement, which, I mean, I don't know who's in charge of the newsletters, but for the most part,
But I don't
do.
think that it's like a podcast movement thing. But all I'm saying is that whenever you
It's
get
not,
that,
but I'm just saying you're right. They are starting to own things that conflict with other things. They have an event, and now they own the news that will promote that event.
Yeah.
Right. So will other
And I
events
think
be
it's-
promoted? Yes, I can pay for advertising and they'll promote me. Actually, I mean, and he has a thing for events where he'll, do a couple news bits on it for free.
what if he
So-
doesn't like you?
You're fucked. Better be nice to the media man. Everyone knows
That's
that.
right. And so isn't that weird though? Could you
No,
imagine like
it's
when
not weird.
everybody's just like, we have to just be nice to that person because that person can make or break me.
When has that ever been different?
This would be true. It's just
I mean, we've just because our industry is new to having our own media. I mean, we still don't because like we're still being reported in every other like channel as well. But yeah, be nice to the newsman. I mean, it's how you play the game. Everything is a game, right? You have to
Everything
play the game.
is a
You
game.
can't just. First of all, why would you want to piss off anyone in the first place? Much less
You don't
someone who
wanna piss
prints
people off.
news.
Of course you don't want to piss people off. All I'm saying
What do you
is
mean? What
like,
if he doesn't like you?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if he doesn't like it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, if there's an any time of situation, like let's say you don't even know, like you're like, on an airplane or something, and like you don't know somebody's next to you and you make a mistake or you say something or you're like, you're eating like tuna salad next to somebody and then they're like, oh my God, they're so lame. I can't stand them. And then they're like, oh my God, it's not, oh yeah. And then like,
Okay, well then
you
let me
just,
just
like-
give a piece of advice that I've held on to since the 3rd grade.
don't eat tuna
Unless
sandwiches
you know
in the airplane.
unless you know exactly who you're talking to, you never dish first. Never, ever start out with negativity about someone else unless you know who you're talking to. So, for example, any conversation with you does not count. I can say whatever I want about whomever I want because I know that you are a safe space. You will keep my secrets. You will not talk about me behind my back. If you're on an airplane and someone says, "You know who I really love? Your arch enemy," you can say, "Well, that's a choice. That's one choice. There's other choices too that are equally as good. You don't fucking trash talk unless you know who you're talking to. Then you have no problems pissing off a media man or any other man. This is my life advice for the day. Never dish first, ever."
Dish first. Well, I wasn't even talking about dishing. That's what you started talking about dishing. I was talking about a tuna salad sandwich where it's like
On an airplane.
on an airplane. And so I'm just
does that have
saying,
to-
you never know. Because you never know what that might just like annoy you. Like, that person doesn't know how to
So
eat with their
someone's
mouth
not going to
closed.
print your story about podcasting because you
Yes.
ate tuna on an airplane.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. What kind of asshole brings a tuna sandwich on an airplane? Fuck you if you're doing that. Why don't you just go microwave a fish in the airplane while you're at it? Why don't you? Jesus Christ. That's the most annoying thing you could think of. How about someone who farts the whole time while they're on the airplane?
Okay. But that's like a body thing. That's like, what if like you can't really stop that.
It's still
The tuna salad-
terrible. It's still terrible to do to someone, especially that person behind you. My God.
Oh my God. How about please don't tell me you do this because I'm gonna lose my mind. When people like
wait.
are taking like a FaceTime call and they're like taking the FaceTime call with 0 headphones, walking around in public, talking to the phone out
Yeah, I
loud.
can't. I agree. Yeah, I hate that. I
What?
hate that.
What
You know
part
who I
of
notice does that? People who don't speak English. They feel like if you don't
What?
speak English on the
Jessica?
phone.
Oh my God.
I
No.
was on a
Don't
bus
you
to New York.
even
Hold on.
Go there.
Hold on. I was on a bus
No.
to New York one time, and there was a woman speaking French on speakerphone her phone who was yelling French back. And I thought, if this was an English conversation, she would never ever do this.
You don't know what they're probably saying the same thing, and they're going like, those Americans, those like people from the US, they can't, they're probably doing the same thing in
Why
France.
would
So
you talk on speaker to anyone in a closed space like an airplane or a bus? It's the fucking rudest thing.
yes, but it has nothing to do with language. I gotta say, it has to do with I don't know what.
I wasn't
but
saying
I'm-
everyone. I'm just saying the few times I've noticed it, it has not been English because they assume you can't understand, which is
no,
why
I don't
it's on
think that's
speaker.
it. Nope.
It's not about
Don't think that's-
foreigners, Elsie.
No,
it's
I
about
know.
the fact that if it's not English, they are safe to say whatever.
I don't
what I
think
mean.
that that's the case. I think
Okay,
that that's
maybe.
not the case because I've never experienced that. And I've always seen people just speaking English.
I've only
Just, it doesn't matter. It's so annoying.
I have two
because
experiences. One
why?
was French, and the other was I think
You need
an
to come
Asian-
to Asheville.
an
Oh my
Asian
God.
person. Yeah.
Asheville has it all the time. And I don't
annoying.
understand.
That would annoy me. I have to
Why?
go. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, you do have to go. You got to
I
go.
have to
Okay.
go.
We got to wrap it up. Go ahead,
I'm
wrap.
sorry. We got very little done today, but it was really fun. I'm sorry I have an out today. I it was unavoidable.
Wrap it up.
Try
Wrap
not
it.
to do it. Thank you guys so much for listening to She Podcast. Don't forget to see us in Washington, D.C. this summer, She Podcast Live, June 19th through the 22nd. Go to shepodcastlive.com for your tickets, and you better get them soon because we have about 2 months left until it's here. Also, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok at She Podcast. You can also find all our show notes, the links, and everything at shepodcast.com. And email us. Tell us what you want to hear or answer any of the questions that we asked you today. Feedback at shepodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here with us live. It was a delight to see you, Miss Cheryl Robinson. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see you in June. And everyone else, I'm sorry that I have to run. It feels rude. I feel like I'm being rude.
Don't
but,
apologize because nobody else knows. We could just go.
I know you're right. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you.
Mean it.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. And